Good morning everyone, welcome back to Two-Headed Wolf Gaming channel as we are continuing our campaign in Crusader Kings 3. Playing at this point, we're playing as Sweden, and the main goal of the campaign is to go towards Asia. So leaving aside these territories, maybe just raiding them at some point, depending on what kind of wars we'll be getting ourselves into, but mostly our main goal will be to go towards Asia. We'll see how far we make it, maybe we fight the Mongols, I do not know exactly. We will have to work on it and see how it turns out. It's been a few months, I believe, at this point since the last episode. I am not sure of everything that I was doing. I don't remember most of the things that I was doing except for our main goal. And there has been an update, a new smaller expansion that came out called Friends and Foes. In a few words, like I haven't read that deeply into it, trying not to spoil too much. Somehow it creates better memories about relationship, right? The people who bullied you turn out as you grow up to be rivalries, and like you'll have and remember different kinds of stories, see memories of the character. Yes, this. These are your significant memories. Memories are fleeting, fickle things, yet still precious and irreplaceable. Given enough time, all memories will fade into oblivion. So, I am not sure how this will impact the game, but I'm looking forward to it. The reason why it's empty because I'm using a save that it's before the patch. It might even break the game at some point, but so far so good. Even last time in our first campaign in Crusader Kings 3, there were a few updates that said that it might break the game, but I don't remember having any kind of problems. And you can see there are icons now of who's your friend, and I'm guessing there will be a bunch more later on. Anyway, we have our brave, wrathful and sadistic leader, a great warrior, really good at prowess, and we are 17. Let us see what we could do right now. Raise a rune stone, giving us piety, 250 piety, 350 prestige, and we do need that because we are at minus 36. And given our relationship right now, if we take a look at our courtiers, most of the people, I guess they're good. Our vassals don't respect us. No, there are just a few that don't respect us a lot. The others are fine. Okay, well, positive prestige will help. It will help us declare wars. I believe that we can't declare wars because we do not have piety and probably prestige in different kinds of de jure casus belli. Okay, the runestone will be destroyed if the country fails. Okay, 50 gold, it's nothing. Let's do this. Every runestone tells a message of some significant event in the life of the commissioner. From the smallest peasant to a king like myself, the stone records it all. What shall the monument speak of? Perhaps my vanquished foe? You want me to pay how much for a giant painted boulder? Okay. Let's do over victory. Now that I have decided what to put on the runestone, the question remains where to place it. Memorials to victors such as the triumph over the High Chieftain Sampo. This guy? Really? Are a constant reminder of war's glorious end. They are best placed in areas that require encouragement to cooperate. Of course, one or two spots spring to mind. Let's see. Okay, so these ones are for control. This chiefdom, let's take a look at it. These are, okay, over here in Finland. So this is one of them. But the area is not that interesting, to be honest. And the other one, the chiefdom of Moor. The chiefdom of Moor is closer to home, and it does produce us some gold. It's a 93. The problem is there's a smaller chance that we will lose it here than here. We could construct a few buildings. We could make some markets. Like, do we have any kind? Is this like a port or anything in the area? Not really. So, given that we don't really do much over there, let's build it here. There we go. So we've made ourselves a rune stone. This will give us a bit of prestige. We're losing prestige because of unerased men-at-arms. Okay. I guess they want to be raiding a bit. Raising our tribal autonomy should be fairly useful. We have some decisions to... Let's see. Let's hold the court. Cost 50 prestige. Here, petitioners. Sitting on my throne, I gesture for my guards to open the door to the hall. A stream of people file in, some lining up in front of my throne, while others move out of the way so they can simply observe the proceedings. Okay. Let's bring the first one. A frightful peasant strolls all too close before a guard steps between us. Oh, he backs off with a wink, laughing through scant teeth. Your lordness, I come here from Uppsala with a matter of great importance. Oh, great important. His eyebrows undulate. Yes, sir, king, back in my grandpa's day, blah 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 blah. Put up a fence along the Fletcher's wife father field, but now, so... What do you do? Come and touch. Popular opinion, vassal opinions, minus 5 as we gain stress. You are a fool, my fool. He loses opinion of us. You will appoint him as court gesture and gains mocked. The chiefdom of Uppland. What? How does this man get in? Anyone? You gain high falutin. Minus 20 to popular opinion and plus 5 to vassal opinion. Yeah, let's send this guy away. The next petitioner is an extremely angry Jarl, Fredis of whatever. With the briefest of deference shown, Jarl Fredis relays that some of my knights, led by Chieftain Ragnar, have passed through the chiefdom recently. They have looted, pillaged, and despoiled the village and farms in that land. It is an absolute travesty, my king, and I will not stand for it, declares the Jarl. What shall we do? My warriors march in defense of us all, stop complaining. We lose some control, they get pillaged and burned. I don't know if I like that. Defended warrior giving us some knights effectiveness. We are ruffled, so we lose some stress. But I don't think necessarily... oh, and our brother, no, our sister loses some opinion of us. Okay, so you must return the plunder, you punish the troublemakers and stuff. I offer compensation for your losses, give some money. She will be happy. But the land will still be... oh, either way, the land will be pillaged and burned. If you cannot keep the peace, then maybe it should be my land and we get the territory, I'm guessing. This is... yeah, we get the... okay. Let's offer some compensation. Stay on good terms with my sister. An ancient figure approaches my throne, with a click and a tap of his cane accompanying each step. My lord, I am a genealogist, and you are aware you are of noble origin. However, noble is not quite the same as divine or mythical. I desire to write a scroll which shall trace your complete lineage back to the dawn of history. For a mere few golds, I can reveal the truth to you and the world. You are the true descendant of legendary founders of this land. Okay. So we can say that we do not need a piece of paper for that and get some prestige. Excellent. Ensure that the list is extensively long for court grandeur. Where are we at as far as court grandeur goes? Another 13 would give us increased raiding speed. Unlocks the managed royal guards counselor task. Okay, an army loot capacity plus 20%. Do we want that or do we want the renown? Let's take the court grandeur. Ooh, we are at level 4 even. It's temporarily, of course. Now, level 4. The court is at its expected court grandeur level, causing no additional positive or negative effects. Okay. Okay, so that's pretty much it. My business here is done. Let's see, put up the banner behind us. Claims. We don't have any claims on any kind of artifact. Okay, above domain limit, low country control here. Prisoners can be ransomed. Sure. For 10. We can imprison a few people. He's a fornicator, I don't care. Him for scheming against me. Punish criminal. Challenge a criminal to a duel to enforce their punishment if you win. Ooh. What are you? He's our bodyguard and champion. I mean, let's not do that yet. You can hire a court physician. Don't we have a court physician? Oh, we do not have a court physician. Let's see. Our grandmother has good skill. Sure, let's appoint her. Take concubines. No one of great interest. Okay. They're still considering. After a few days, the genealogist, okay, Brynjolf returns. He unfurls a scroll long enough to encircle one of my provinces. Okay, my Riksgoy trips over it slightly and the unfurled and rolls to my front foot. I have here the truth of your origin, my lord. He clears his throat and begins to read. Today we unveil a great history. Standing before us is King Eirik, son of Jarl Bjorn. Okay, sired by the fearful. Okay, a few eyelids around the core begins to drop. It is my time to nap. I shall dream of my own glory. Courtiers lose some opinion of us because they're bored. This thrills me more than any ballad, okay? All family members gain some opinion, our courtiers still lose opinion. Or enough, the Kingdom of Sweden owes you for your services, and we can get 5 opinion. Sure, let's give 5 opinion to everyone. We became the head of dynasty. The world is full of dangers, even to a king and his court. As per my request, my servants have inquired after recommendations. Now they have assembled a few options to choose from. No, I don't want anyone as court physician. We appointed our mother, right? He is interesting, but... Okay, let's see if we can do a few more ransoms. Over here. Yep. Returning from the Varangian Guard, I barely recognize my courtier as he enters my great hall. I am home, host. Holmelgir billows. There have been many times I have thought I would never see these shores again, but I am finally back. As strange as it is to see my courtier after all these years, I cannot deny that I am impressed with his Greek dress, his foreign jewelry, and the heavy coffers he has brought with. Oh, we sent him on some travels, I guess? Now remember, the meet. To my surprise, our queen came to the joust meet for young champions in Sigtuna. While the meet was necessary, I had a far better time sitting inside, discussing my plans for the coming tax season with her. What use is an army after all without the means to feed it, as she pointed out. Okay, I must thank her. Can I do that? Can I do some sort of a thank you? Let's slow this down. Grand titles, accuse, seduce, educate, sway, divorce. Okay. None of these. Oh, I call on your alliance to join me. You being... you, Yamland. Okay, against this guy. Yes. Accept. Definitely. Let's accept. At this point, where are we? So, do you have any kind of army? 2500, so you do. Where our military was still recovering from what I can see. Raise all here. We can challenge to a trial by combat. Is not a suitable fighter and will designate a skilled knight as her champion instead. Who is this? From the Duchy of Holland. Okay, we will do that trial by combat. We're pretty good at combat ourselves. Ransom this kid. A secret exposed. My brother-in-law has accused my chancellor of having extramarital affairs. How could she defile the sanctity of marriage? I mean... sure, let's imprison her for now. That leaves our chancellor space open. We can bring this chieftain, he's a powerful vassal. He has 13 diplomacy, which is not bad to be honest. Bestow royal favor, okay. Let's bring our armies together over here. Or we could keep them split up. These armies are not that impressive. All things considered, so let's try to fight where we can. It's a fight with the Jarl for the head of dynasty. Okay. There will be time for that. My wife has made her way into my life with sweet words and sweet touches. Late at night, I struggle to keep her off my mind. Okay. I want to dwell forever in the inferno. Sure. As I return to the chambers I share with the queen, I am greeted by an unexpected but appreciated sight. Our bed has been decorated with roses. Great. We become... Oh! She was trying to seduce us. She had a scheme going. And we became lovers. Great. Let's fight over here. Get some prestige in. We have plenty of advantages on our side and a great commander at that. Yes, let's go fight in these territories. There we go. Fate smiles upon me. Our wife is pregnant. Great. As you... Ooh! I've grown a beard! I don't look 12 anymore. Because we became 18. That guy... This guy at 18 has a beard that I can't grow at 30 plus. So... Okay, she's our lover. Do we have any memories? I fell in love with her. I imprisoned him. Okay. Good. We'll stay here. We are taking very little attrition. It's okay. Prisoners that can be ransomed. Sister-in-law for 50. We will do that. And him for 50. I think I want a favor from him. No, give me the gold. Let's see. They've left the prison. Are we on the battlefield? Your martial commander and stuff. I should take a look. Just to make sure that through our champions, the people who are not warriors don't fight, right? For example, food taster. I guess I could leave him there. Court tutor, vassal, bodyguards, chancellor, for example, forbid. Cupbearer, seneschal, that's okay. I think that's pretty much it, right? From what I can see here. Steward is already forbidden, so we're good. How should I do this? I believe what I could do is station some besiegers and go forward at this point. What's the easiest way to finish the war? Is take out his capital, right? So station some besiegers and take the rest of our troops over there. Available perks, we are focusing on chivalry. So this is our first point. Strategy could come in handy. The trait of the strategy is diplomacy, some martial, enemy casualties, fatal casualties have increased, and cross rivers and straits without penalties. We could go serve the crown, get that dread, increase control, dread gain, and overseer would offer us martial stewardship and control growth. Or a stalwart leader. which, well, gives us a bunch of knights and knights effectiveness. The prowess would be very interesting. Probably make me quite strong. I guess we're gonna go with strategies. Casus Belli cost minus 50%. That could be very good, economically speaking. Okay, so we have a few more armies here that are gathering up. Undersupplied. Okay, so we don't have as many supplies as we used to. We have a hook that will soon expire. Concubine, there's no one interesting. There are a few fights happening. Let's see if we can besiege this before it is done. Okay, we have a son. Bjorn. Sounds great. Okay, let's go over here. Our newborn son. Our court grandeur is at level 3. Okay, went back down. We can still challenge. We are not in battle. Let's challenge her, even though, but she's not a suitable fighter. So she's gonna bring a champion instead. We'll do this for gold. Trial by combat. And we're fighting with a 16-year-old with 5 prowess, which is Catholic. Okay, she's in Holland. Okay, I mean, we're not that far apart as far as age go, but we have 33 prowess. May the best of men win. Nice armor. For a brief moment, I pace in a lazy half circle. Okay. God aid me, scum, screams my opponent, whirling his axe furiously at, around, and near me. Better man than you have tried to break my guard. We are ruffled. Okay, let's attack, because we are ruffled. My form is good, with only small errors, and Albert's stance is failing. I'll show you how I have the sword. Okay. His stance is a disaster and we are good with only small errors, and we're gonna finish this pretty good, huh? I leap into action, launching a flurry of quick slashes, driving myself hard against Albert's guard, wearing him down with each expertly timed strike. God aid me, scum, screams my opponent, whirling his axe furiously at, around, and near me. My form is excellent, his is a disaster. Let's do this. Okay. He's done, he's wounded. And I am victorious. Trial by combat, victory. Justice is served, we get paid. And we're good. We have good money during this playthrough, which is, I guess, would be normal for Vikings. Yeah, we're gonna go fight it instead. I don't want to lose any of the troops. Okay, let's go fight them. Scheme discovered. My spy has come to me with grave news that my mother has been plotting against my grandmother. Could I stop that? Make a shield maiden. Is she good at fighting? She has 12 prowess. It's not that great. Appoint a ward and a guardian. Can we educate our kid? Yes. We can educate 2 kids, so that's the idea, right? Yeah. Okay. We have a courtier here that's pensive and a bastard. Sure. Let's raise another one. Army supply is low, defending in the mountains and more men-at-arms. And better army commander, so those are our pluses there. We're taking a lot of attrition at this point. We're running out of supplies. So that means we will retreat after this battle. We are going to go home for a bit. Just to resupply. Our champion's got his head ripped off. Okay. I guess sometimes that happens. Let's see, can I go... No, let's go home. Increase military presence, religious head established for the Caliph. Okay. How's everyone doing here? 2500. Jorvik 1400. I guess the armies aren't as scary anymore as they were at the beginning of the game. I think we pretty much made it through the main portion, the main difficult portion of the game, I would say. Okay, and I'll bring you here. So, if I bring them here at this point, he's besieging, and we should be able to start resupplying, because the 5%, yeah, 5% of the attrition was quite high. We are missing just a little bit of prestige to pass on the higher control, right, the tribal authority, because at some point indulge in drink, adopt special succession type, that's for this, determine personal deity. We didn't do that. Devotee to Thor. Okay, so that's for changing, if I want to change it. Invite champions, call a hunt. We will do this. Maybe we will do this now. Hold a feast. That could be even better. We lose some stress because we are a drunkard. Our courtiers would be happier, I feel. But maybe after the war. Scrape the barrel. We will recruit a lowborn to fill a court position. Search for physician, commission artifact. Order a mass eviction. Okay. So, for adopting feudal ways, we need absolute tribal authority. We need the Astrus to be an organized faith. The development level of the chieftain is greater. Okay, where is this? The chiefdom of Upland. Where are we? 5 development. Okay. And we need it at 10. It's not that far. Has 70% of all military and civic tribal era innovation. And where are we at that? reforming this. Can we do it now? No, we need 5400. And we need 3 Astrus holy sites. Okay, we need to check where those are. And over here... Reform Norse in the Norse culture. Innovations. Okay, we're working on mountains. We're getting close here. We need a few more, definitely, but we'll handle it one thing at a time. How many supplies are we getting here? Probably 20 per month. Okay. So this one is under siege. We will take our conflict over to him. Rani is an experienced fighter. 22. Recruit to court. Sure. Just so we can make him a champion. Yeah, let's try to catch this guy. Raise bonuses as a team meet. Team meets are necessary chores for any decent king, with all the free men in the area turning up to discuss local affair markets. Okay, so what do? So either they get supported a thing and we get some extra levy size, but that doesn't seem interesting. We can get reduced cost, construction costs. We can have popular opinion increase in both of these, but lose on levy reinforcement rate, or leave them to lose stress. We don't have stress, so let's get the popular opinion. I believe it's more useful right now. We became the head of dynasty again. We're gonna take out these 3 whatever soldiers are left. 95 supplies. Hala is no longer an antiquarian. I guess she passed away. Drank herself to death. Well, we will need a new antiquarian. And we have someone new in the council. Oh, his learning is quite good. Convert faith. Let's do that. For you, collect taxes, we'll do that. Promote cultural acceptance. We could do that at some point, but I don't think it's useful right now. Manage royal guards, increase knight effectiveness, okay. We'll leave that there for now. You. Empty council position. Our marshal has passed away too. He died of old age. Well, at least that's good. He didn't die on the battlefield, because I would feel awful, but hey. Our commander and champion. Our vassal commander and champion. So this guy has 21 marshal. He's a powerful vassal. I believe because he is a powerful vassal, we'll bring him here. He looks cool too. And we'll leave him on organizing armies. This war is over, so we don't need to worry about it for too long. There it is. We gain 75 prestige for our participation in it. Let's see what we could do. Declare war. If I want to invade the kingdom, we can't do it because we have less fame than exalted among men. He has taken a big portion of this. We can offer him vassalage. You are Alice, you are not his rightful liege. Difference in your militaries, your powerful vassal opinion, you speak the Norse language, and his opinion of us. That's what we're doing, right? So if I do this, ask him to become our vassal. I find that to be very good. Let's see. He accepts. Hey, support the war, gain a really strong vassal. That is really cool, and I think it's the best opportunity to maybe hold this, but 200 prestige is a lot. I'll have to look around. This pretty much our time is up for today. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you do, don't forget to leave a like. It does help me, helps the channel grow, and I want to do this a bit more, so any help is welcome. With that being said, I hope you have enjoyed it, and I wish you all to have a wonderful day.